You know that feeling when something in your house just feels off? Like things aren't quite as clean or as comfortable as they used to be? Well, the secret culprit might just be your water softener. So today, we're going to solve this common household mystery and look at the top warning signs it's giving you.
So let's just get right to it with the big question. Is your hard water back? I mean, you got a water softener to fix a problem, right? But sometimes that exact problem can sneak right back in without you noticing. It's time to put on our home detective hats and figure out what's really going on.
Does any of this look familiar? Yeah, I thought so. These are the classic calling cards of hard water. Think of this as the opening scene of our investigation. Spotty dishes coming straight out of a hot dishwasher cycle, that crusty white buildup around your faucets, skin that feels all dry and tight after a shower. These aren't just little annoyances, you guys. They're major clues that your system isn't doing its job.
All right, let's get organized and break this whole thing down. We're going to walk through 5 major clues your home is probably screaming at you, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to look for.
So, let's kick off our investigation with clue number 1.
The very first piece of evidence is something you can't even see, but you definitely feel it every single day. We're talking about the actual texture of the water when you're washing your hands or taking a shower.
Remember that feeling of soft water? It's kind of smooth, almost silky, right? Well, if that feeling is gone, and instead your hands feel squeaky clean, well, that squeak is actually the friction from mineral residue left on your skin. If your soap just refuses to lather up or your hair feels brittle and stiff, bingo, you've just found your first major clue.
Okay, let's move on to clue number 2. This one is super obvious once you know what you're looking for.
Ah, yes, the dreaded spots. You run the dishwasher, you're expecting everything to come out sparkling clean, and what do you get? A cloudy, streaky mess. This is probably the most classic sign that hard water has made an unwelcome comeback in your home. So who are the actual culprits here? It's these two guys, calcium and magnesium. Your water softener has one job, to trap these minerals before they get into your water. So when you see those cloudy spots, it's like a little crime scene. It means these two have escaped and are now leaving their evidence all over your clean dishes.
Clue number 3 is another one you can see. And believe me, this one can build up right in front of your eyes.
Go take a quick look at your kitchen faucet or your shower head. See that chalky, white, crusty stuff forming around the edges? That's limescale. It is literally the physical evidence of hard water minerals turning back into rock right on your fixtures.
And this comparison really drives the point home. On the left, with the soft water you want, you get clean faucets and great water pressure. But on the right, with hard water, you get that nasty residue which clogs up your shower heads, and this is the really important part, it dramatically shortens the life of your expensive appliances. We're talking dishwashers, washing machines. Hard water damage is a top reason they fail, and that can cost you hundreds, if not thousands, to fix. So this is not just about looks, not at all.
All right, moving on to clue number 4. And for this one, you're going to have to trust your other senses.
Water that's been properly softened should taste, well, like nothing. It should be totally neutral. So if you suddenly notice that your tap water has a metallic taste, or maybe it's a little salty or even earthy, that is a massive red flag that something is wrong deep inside the system.
Yeah, that weird taste isn't just the minerals. It could be pointing to a much bigger problem. Maybe there's an issue with the resin bed. That's the stuff that actually grabs the minerals. Or it could be a problem with the salty brine solution that's supposed to clean the system. In a way, your own taste buds are acting like a diagnostic tool. And that brings us to our 5th and final clue. This time, the evidence is something you're going to have to listen for.
You need to go listen to the machine itself. See, a water softener runs on a set schedule to clean or regenerate itself. If that schedule gets all messed up, it's a dead giveaway. The sounds your softener is making, or maybe the sounds it's not making, are a huge piece of the puzzle.
So what you're listening for is one of 2 extremes. Is the motor running constantly, cycling on and on? That's just burning through water and salt, costing you money. Or, on the flip side, is it totally silent when it's supposed to be regenerating? Well, that means you're getting nothing but hard water. This could be caused by anything from a simple broken timer to a clogged valve.
Okay, so you've gathered the clues, you're pretty sure your softener is on the fritz. Don't panic. You don't have to be a professional plumber to take the first few steps. Let's look at a really simple action plan you can follow right now.
Here's your 4-step check. Step 1, check the salt. I know it sounds way too obvious, but an empty salt tank is the #1 reason these things stop working. Step 2, look inside the tank for what's called a salt bridge.
It's a hard crust of salt that can form over the water and stop the rest of the salt from dissolving. If you see one, just gently break it up. Step 3. Check the timer and make sure the regeneration cycle is set for the right time. And finally, step 4. If you've done all that and it's still not working, it's time to call for backup and get a pro to take a look.
So, we've done our investigation, we've looked at the evidence. What's the final verdict? What does all this actually mean for you and for your home?
Here it is, the most important takeaway of all. Being a good home detective and catching these signs early, it's not just about getting softer skin or shinier dishes, it's about protecting the massive investment you've made in your home. It saves you real money on wasted salt and water, and it protects your pipes and all those expensive appliances from getting destroyed by hard water.
So I'll leave you with this one last thought. The next time you go to wash your hands or empty the dishwasher, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, what is my water trying to tell me? Because listening to those small clues is really the key to keeping your home and your wallet happy and protected. Thanks for tuning in.